And yes, while at prayer, it is crucial to recognize that on account of our guilt, we lack the merit to obtain whatever we are asking. It is for this reason that Jesus includes this bridge by which we humbly admit that we are faulty, but trustful of the Father's mercy, which secures our pardon. And since the Father's ears are inclined to the voice of a remorseful and penitent petitioner, it is imperative to plead guilty and obtain grace while pledging to gift our offenders the same grace of pardon as has been freely received. It is humility that can uplift even a guilty man from the depths, as it saved the tax collector before the Pharisee in Luke chapter 18 verse 13, and as it led the repentant thief to heaven before the apostles. Humility sure pulls us closer and makes us even more endeared to the God to whom our prayers are directed. A humble and a contrite heart pleases the Lord. One who is indebted cannot afford to be not humble before his creditor, especially when making further requests. This petition is also an inspiration to hope, because however great our sins may be, we still can pray, because even greater is the Father's mercy, especially when we walk the path of contrition and conversion. Very importantly, the pledge, which comes immediately afterwards, reminds us that our hearty desire for God and His mercy should stir us off the desire to avenge the hurts and injuries we suffer from others. It is important to notice, as Christ cautions, that the granting of the earlier plea for pardon is conditioned upon our disposition to pardon. As St Francis of Asisi remarked, it is in forgiving that we are forgiven. It is ridiculous and outrageous to expect to be let go while refusing to let others go. The children of a forgiving Father cannot be vindictive or vengeful. It is ungodly and in fact unchristlike to stay bitter and resentful against our offenders. We learn at this point of the Lord's Prayer that forgiving others is both necessary and profitable. Necessary because without it there is no forgiveness of our sins, and profitable because by it we obtain forgiveness of our own sins. Recall that the servant who had all his debt forgiven him by his kind master, but would not forgive his fellow servant, lost all the indulgence received from his master and was cast into prison on account of his hard-hearted refusal to give what he himself had freely been given. Forgiveness is an exercise of the virtue of charity, which covers a multitude of sins. The way St. John Chrysostom sees it, we should be hasty in absolving our debtors, because it is a guarantor of our own absolution. To make it a habit in readily forgiving our trespassers is a mark of saintly perfection, as it sits on the compliance with Jesus' command to love and pray not only for our friends, but more so for our enemies. Indeed, to err is human, and to forgive is divine. And so, difficult as it may be, the gospel challenges us to be brave and charitable enough to forgive hurts. But this is a manifestation, like Stephen, of a heroic generosity and saintly benevolence toward our persecutors. God bless you.